Hello, my name is Madison Rubino. We're welcoming WNBA Atlanta Dream guard Renee Montgomery. Renee, thank you for joining us.
No, thank you for having me.
Here at Boundaries, we reshape sports culture through conversation, so let's jump right into it. Renee, you're a two-time champ in Minnesota, so coming off of your championship year in 2017, what mindset or experience were you able to bring to Atlanta?
Just how to prepare that winning mindset. I had never won at the pro level before I won with Minnesota. And the things I learned there at Minnesota was they prepare for the championship the first day of practice. I kind of already knew those things by going to UConn, but just for it to further be hammered home, I wanted to bring that type of mentality here to Atlanta.
Tell me a little bit about your time and experience with Atlanta Dream.
Oh, I loved it. Atlanta, just the city, my coaches, teammates, they welcomed me in, as if I was their long lost relative. It was really crazy in a sense that I just felt like this was home, and this is going to be home after I play, after I'm finished playing basketball altogether. This will be my home. I'm going to live here in Atlanta. So I was extremely excited to be here. And, even my first year here, we had a great season. So things really came together, just with the move to Atlanta.
And I understand you decided to opt out of the season. Why did you feel the need to sit out and focus on social justice work?
Because I think right now is a special moment. This will be written about in the history books, this moment that happened right now. And so as I was just thinking about that in this moment, I was just thinking, well, what do I want my impact to be for this moment? How can I help this moment? How can I be a part of the positive change? And so the more I thought about it, I just felt like, I've been saying a lot, moments equal momentum. And I think we have right now a lot of moments that are funneling the momentum and pushing the movement forward. So I just wanted to be a part of it.
Can you tell us a little bit about some of the social justice projects you're currently working on?
Yeah, so there's two projects, technically three, but two umbrellas under Moments Equal Momentum. And the first thing is going to be Remember the 3rd of November. And it's a voting registration campaign, but it's not to tell you who to vote for or anything of that nature. It's to talk about what is the mayor's responsibilities, what's the local government officials' responsibilities, what are the federal government officials' responsibilities, and how do those responsibilities connect to your everyday life? A lot of people don't feel the need to vote. They don't feel that their vote matters. So maybe if we connect those dots and show them how it connects to everyday life, hopefully that'll make them change their mind and vote. And the second thing is the last yard. And my mom was a college professor at West Virginia State University for 30 years. And she would talk about, the things that bothered her the most was people dropping out for $100 to $1,000 just because they couldn't get that last little bit of money, to stay in school. So I'll be doing the last yard grants, and we're going to start with 2 HBCUs because they need the most attention right now. And it's going to be West Virginia State University as well as Morris Brown, where we choose students from. And we're going to provide them with grants to get them that last yard. So those are two things that I'm really excited about. There's also Morris Brown University. I don't know if people know, but they're the only university, the only school founded by a slave. Well, there's multiple slaves. And so they have such a rich tradition that I think it would be such a terrible thing for it to go to just die out. So they lost their accreditation 20 years ago, and they're on the path to get it back. So my championship this offseason will be helping Morris Brown get to the thriving college that they once were. So I'm pretty hype about that.
That's amazing. So in light of the WNBA season tip-off tournament IMG Academy dedicated to the Black Lives Matter movement, what moves would you like to see the WNBA make this season to promote social justice?
I think continuing to amplify the players' voices. I know that's been a conscious effort by the WNBA as well as the NBA. I was on a panel with Adam Silver the other day, and he was saying how the NBA wants to not only just support the players, but they want to make sure that they're using vendors that have the same thought process. They're using, everybody that's involved in the NBA, especially financially. He wants to make sure that everyone's on the same page that this movement is important. It's important to the players, so it's important to the brand of the NBA. So I think just continuing to do things like that shows players that you are behind them.
And what are your thoughts on the WNBA season continuing despite COVID?
Yeah, well, I don't know the WNBA's COVID count, but I do know that the NBA just recently posted that they had 0 positive tests. So I think that there's a proven method of, the whole quarantine. If you quarantine and stay bubbled in because they're in a bubble city, there's something to that helps you not get the virus or helps you not catch it as much. So I'm happy to see that there were 0 positive tests in the NBA because health is at the forefront. I don't know the WNBA's numbers, but I think that they're similar in a sense of they're making sure that the players are staying protected. So if that's the case, then I'm fine with that.
And do you plan on returning to the WNBA next season, and will that be with Atlanta Dream?
Yeah, so I was telling people I opted out on June 18th of this season. And the reason I did that, I had until June 30th, but I did it that early because I didn't want to answer questions about this season. So answering a question about next season seems like so far away. The plan is to come back though, of course. So that's definitely going to be the plan. But the whole focus right now is just to see what we can do on grounds here.
Okay, and finally, what message would you like to leave for your Atlanta Dream teammates as they head into the 2020 season tomorrow?
I actually just sent the message to the team, just a video message, just cheering them on. Like this is a unique circumstance. Everybody knows it, but make the most out of it. If you're going to play. So I would just tell them, just make the most out of the wobble.
And thank you for joining us, Renee, and I wish you luck in all your endeavors this year.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.